our world today, it is important to so many people that they are accepted. This may be by family, friends, or even a school. It has become so hard for people to be accepted when their character is perceived by a test score. Someone may work so hard for something and then be let down. Test scores should not be required for colleges because of the many negative effects they have on students. As someone who has always been held to a high expectation, I never wanted to let my family down, let alone myself. I remember studying so hard to try and get good scores for colleges, yet I didn't get into all the schools I wanted to. This is a problem most students face. Today I'm going to tell you how test scores cause problems like meeting expectations, causing extra stress and anxiety, and not measuring the full potential of a student. First off, when a test score is required, students feel the pressure to meet certain expectations. According to the American University of Washington, D.C., not only do students feel the pressure, but so do teachers. Teachers often teach to the test in order to get the desired results. This compromises students of a good education, and they're not being pushed to their full potential. It also makes school feel like a chore rather than the students wanting to learn. Along with this, test scores correlate with the rating of the teacher. If the students do bad on the test, it looks bad on the teacher, even if the course was taught well. Students feel the need to meet certain expectations to be accepted. Test scores determine your entrance into a school, along with scholarships and financial aid. That is a lot riding on one test. Parents also want to see their kids do well, and the kids don't want to let them down. If a student doesn't do well on a test, they may be afraid to disappoint their parents. This can spiral into mental health issues and the feeling of not being good enough. Not only do required test scores create problems with meeting expectations, they create extra stress and anxiety for students. Students have enough to worry about with getting good grades, what school they're going to, and what they're going to study. They have a whole life ahead of them that they have to plan, along with maintaining a social life and school. Students spend so much time studying, yet they are still going to stress about this test. A lot of students have test anxiety. A quote by Kendra Cherry says, "Test anxiety is a type of performance anxiety. In situations where the pressure is on and a good performance counts, people can become so anxious that they're actually unable to do their best." This image says 35% of all students have moderate, high, or severe test anxiety. And this graph shows that as the number of standardized tests we take go up, so does our anxiety level. This can include things like the ACT and the SAT. Lastly, a standardized test doesn't measure a student's full potential. According to American University, this test is supposed to be a one-size-fits-all, but this is not reality. Standardized tests don't account for students who may be more interested in subjects like the arts or history. They only account for math, science, and English. Along with this, standardized tests don't account for different learning styles. A student may be better at writing rather than multiple choice. Lastly, a standardized test doesn't account for learning disabilities, language deficiencies, or any other struggle going on in a student's life. I believe a student should be judged based off of their journey and not their results. Some students may do really well in classes but not test well. A college should look at things like GPA, extracurriculars, sports, and leadership, rather than a test score being the sole impression. Overall, the test score requirement is something we should consider getting rid of. It causes stress and anxiety for the students, has them meet expectations, and doesn't measure their full potential. In an article titled Education is a Journey, Not a Destination, the author said, "Learning is a lifelong process. It is a self-directed and self-paced journey of discovery. We shouldn't be judged based off of a test score. We should continue our journey and continue learning throughout our lives. It is an important part of the process." Thank you.